Morning, everybody. It's actually Friday morning, ahead of the bank holiday. You've probably just seen the energy cap has been raised as people expected to a really, really high level, over 3,500. And that's going to be affecting a lot of people that we work with and affecting you. So I wanted to get a message out to you this morning. First of all, we're aiming at September the 1st to put out a lot of comms, or start putting out the comms. And Candice is helping me put together some social media, and having that principle of one thing I can do to help myself, two things that you can do, as in somebody who might be needing help to find help, and three things we can do to actually get alongside those who may be having a really tough time at the moment. And that'll be a general social media message, but it'll also be a message that we want to get out to churches, to be specific about what they can do, really seeking to encourage them to become warm places or warm safe spaces where people can go in the evenings and maybe have a meal. So that will come out, and we'll pass it on to you who are in food banks, so that you can amend it and get your words into it to going out to your church partners as well. I had a really great meeting, by the way, with the new vicar up in Blandford, who's such a supporter of what Gail and Heidi are doing there at Blandford Food Bank Plus. So the connections you have are really important. But also, I'm super aware that the financial challenges may be there for you as well. And the trustees and I have been talking about how we can respond practically, materially. And I'm just finishing the details of that additional support. So I'm going to come back to you next week, hopefully, or in a very few days, to summarise what that is. And on the back of that also, I want to confirm some of the stuff about the wider wellbeing support that we've got from you, learning from the stuff that's been going on this year. So we'll come back to you super soon about that. And yeah, we've always said that these next few months are really about delivery, aren't they? About trying to clear the decks so that we can have an arrow focus. That's what we're talking to the council about, having that sort of, this is the only game in town sort of support for those who are going to be struggling. And I just want to say thank you for your heart for those people. Thank you that you continually just are there for people who really need that help. And whatever part you play in that, whether it's sort of right there on the front line or supporting the frontline teams, you are all crucial for that. And I'm also aware that many of us have a heart and a spirit where we might find the need overwhelming at times. And I really want to encourage you to look again at that, the old story of the starfish. The little boy finds one, chucks it back, the Brazilians on the beach. The old man says, you're not making any difference. And it made a difference to that one, the boy says. And that's what you're doing. You're making an individual difference to individual people. And that's great. Sadly, there is only, well, not sadly really, but good news, there is only one Messiah, and you're not it. So we need to find a way of supporting you when it does get overwhelming and when it does get tough. And indeed, part of that is thank you for supporting each other, and the encouragements that you can put on the WhatsApp thing, or people may be going through stuff that we're unaware of, and that's absolutely fine. But a little word of encouragement to each other can make a massive difference. I know you'll do that, and I know you're going to continue to do that, but it's about almost setting our minds to remind us, who can I encourage today? Just finally then, the words that really come to mind for me, the ones I was given when I joined Faithworks 9.5 years ago, which were the bit from Joshua, where God says, I'm going to get the words exactly right, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. They were going into the promised land, and it was going to be quite tough to get there. We don't know what we're going to be facing, but when it's tough, hear those words again. Be strong and courageous. Thanks, guys. Doing a great job. Have a good week, bank holiday weekend, and we'll talk again next week.